Me, or can you see my screen? All right, great. So let the other people join and we can start our session. First, yeah, good to know that you can see my screen. Yeah, first let me ask with a question. Do you guys have any question, any problem regarding the previous class? Anything? What I am doing is I am just allowing them to unmute yourself if you want to talk. Okay, but in case you have any problem, you can just let me know with yesterday's class. Any clarification you require, anything. Was it okay with you all with the filtering part, whatever we had done? No problem. Have you got the codes which I had sent it yesterday? You have got the codes, right? Can we arrange it according to ages? Yes, you mean sorting. I'm coming to that. We have not yet done that. Yes, absolutely, we can do that. We can arrange it according to the ages. Absolutely, yes. But whatever we have done, but few students express that they the pace need to be bit slow. Okay, all right. I will further go. I'll go slowly. Okay. Yeah. Please, anyone has any problem, just let me know. So I am an analyst, not a mind reader. So you have any problem, I can just fit myself accordingly. No problem with that. So if you want me to just recap anything, whatever we had done yesterday, I can do that. Maybe I'll show you once again with once again. So probably it will be easier for you. Whatever we had done yesterday, if I have a data set somewhere here, okay. Suppose this is a data set which is a CSV file. Mostly you will be having CSV file. So this is the one thing you should be absolutely aware of. How do I import the data set into Python? Okay, so before you could do anything in Python, so the first thing you can do is import these two libraries. Import pandas and just rename it as PD, and import numpy as np. Before whatever you do in Python, so I will always advise you to just have these packages imported, because you do not have to pay any money for that. It's absolutely free. Just write it down. These are two most important package. Next, I want to import a CSV file, the data from outside. So that's why we require import OS. This is going to help me to import put the path. Okay, OS. Then if I want to put the path, so I'll write OS dot change directory, CHDIR change directory. Okay, within bracket, within quotes, we will be putting the path, the folder where I have kept all my data sets. So this is the path. So you can just click on this white part anywhere, click it, and this is going to be selected and the color will be changed. Control C, copy it, or copy the path and put it over there. Now one thing you have to do is change the slash into double slash. Okay, just a second. Change the slash into double slash. This much, easy enough up to this much, and execute that by pressing F9. uh, you did not get any code. Okay, I had sent it. I just need to check. I had zipped it. Okay, I had zipped it. I'm sure all of you know how to unzip the codes, right? If this is the code, I had sent it this one. So you know how to, it's a WinRAR. All of you know that, right? How to unzip it by clicking it and extract here. I had sent it. Okay, just let me check after the class. I'll ensure that these codes are sent to you. But just one thing to all of you, if it's a zip file, there is no problem with any one of you, right? I believe all of you know how to unzip a file with WinRAR. Yeah, actually, yeah, good to know that you have no problem with it. Yeah, I have sent it to someone else who is actually coordinating because I don't have your email IDs, nor I have any access to your WhatsApp group. I will ensure that it is sent to you. I'll directly talk to him. Okay, no problem. You will be getting it. I mean, just today itself. I mean, tonight. Just presently understand. All right. So with change directory, that means the path has been fixed. Now if I want to import, this is going to go into that very folder and is going to import the file from this folder. I don't have to mention this folder again and again. So I know I am trying to import a CSV file, so I will write pd, because the short form of pandas, pd dot read. As soon as you write read, so all these things are coming. So it is, we will selecting read underscore CSV, pd dot read underscore CSV, because we are going to import a CSV file. Okay. And within bracket and within quotes, what we are going to do is we will be writing the name of the file. How do you know the name of the file? Just copy it from here. The name of the file, that is data. But along with it, you also need to put the extension. So right click on it, go to properties, you can see it's CSV file. So dot CSV. Okay. And if I just press F9, it's going to be imported. But uh, in my local drive, I had named it as data. But when I'm importing it into Python, I need to give some name to it, right? So I might name it as data itself. So here also it's going to be data, or you can name it with anything. As I said, just a second. Yeah, sorry. So uh, if you can want to name it as data, you can do that, or you can name it as with anything, maybe rock. Okay. So if you execute it, now I can get to say it's okay. This is how we can import the data. Clear up to this much, right? You remember? Now if I want to check anything, maybe any column or any row, then if I want to put any index or row number or column number, okay, so let's call them uh, choose rows or columns by index. Okay, then you will be using dot ILOC, I for index, LOC for location. So you write rock dot ILOC within third bracket and a comma in middle. So whatever I'm going to write on the left hand side, that means these are for the rows, and whatever you're going to write on the right hand side, these are for the columns. This is what we had done yesterday. So if I write rock dot ILOC over here, maybe 3, and over here maybe 1. So it is going to tell me I am choosing the fourth row because it starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth row and the second column, because 1 means 0 and 1, second column. So it's actually going to give me the what is the fourth row. This is the fourth row, and the second column is age. So it's going to give me the value 50. So if I execute it, oops, not fourth one, this is the fourth. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, and the column age 39. So it has given me 39. What if I want maybe more rows? So whenever you're writing one more than one, so we need to write in third bracket. So maybe 3. Yes, it is getting recorded. Yes. Okay. Actually, Praveen is going to send it to you, but it is getting recorded. So it's 3, and then if I write maybe 5 and 7, uh, so I am actually stating the attendance. I just haven't got the code for the attendance. I only have the link. Just I'm just asking Praveen about the code. Okay, once I just get the code, I'll just send it to you. I'll send you the attendance link in another 5-10 minutes. Okay, so if I say 357 and with 1, that means I am just stating this one 39, the value 39. Fix the column age 39, and this one 17, and this 33. So I get all these three numbers. So if I don't write anything over there in the column, that means I'm uh, choosing all the columns. All right, now if I try to choose it based on not index but based on names maybe, then you have to use LOC. Okay, it's location. The same thing, rock dot LOC within third bracket. uh, if I want all rows, then I'll say colon. Colon means all, and over here I can write name. Okay, that means I'm only selecting the name column. So I have all the names. So if I also want age maybe, so I have to put it in third bracket, name, age. So remember this one, this much clear to you all. Okay, it's better some of the uh, assignments which I had given you, let me start with that. I mean, let me ask you some of the questions and you try to answer. So it's going to refresh your memory further. So this assignment says import the given dataset Kane into Python. Okay, and we have some simple task. Let us do it. So there is a data called Kane. Import it within the Python. So how to do that? Copy the path and we will write os dot change directory, put the path over there, and we need to change the slashes to double slashes. I am just importing the dataset for you and I will be asking the questions. I'll show you the question, very simple stuff, whatever we had done yesterday, but you're going to answer it for me. Okay, and then let me save it as Kane equals to pd dot read underscore csv, and it's going to be kane dot csv. Okay, so let us see what is there in Kane. These are the data sets what we have in Kane. Okay, I have name, sex, age, height, weight. Okay, and there are 19 rows. This is the thing what I have. Now tell me, let us check the first question. Okay, these are the questions. Extract the first three columns. I want to have the first three columns.
पॉज क्या कर रहे हो?
Hello, don't unmute yourself if you're talking to someone else.
मतलब म्यूट
So this wasn't on mute. So I had given you the option to unmute yourself. Okay. Now, can you tell me how to extract the first three columns? Or you can talk to me or you can write. Absolutely correct. Kane dot ILOC. But we need to be careful with the brackets. Okay. And this is not going to be zero. It's going to be colon 0 colon 2. Okay. I said first three columns. Sorry, this is going to be three. First three columns. We get that. Great. All right. Next, maybe I say extract the following columns: name, height, and sex into a new data set. So I want name, height, as well as sex. And this order should be maintained: name, height, and sex. So how to do that? From this one, I want name, height, and sex. Can you tell me? Right. It's going to be simple. Anyone? Okay. Great. All of you have written it. I can see. That's correct. So it's Kane. Okay, the name of the dataset was Kane. Kane, and yes, somebody has written this one. This one I have no idea whether it's going to work because I have never done it myself like this. No, it doesn't work. Okay, but moreover, even if we mention the name and just try to do this, so the problem is here it's a small data set, so you know the what is the index position of all the columns, but if it's a bigger data set you will not be having any idea. Okay, yeah, it doesn't work. So it's Kane dot loc, and we want all the rows. The question has said nothing about the rows, so I'll put the colon over here, and then we will be writing, just write name within quotes, comma, height, and then sex. Okay, and we can just save it maybe like Batista, just any name to it. So Batista will be having your name, height, and sex. Simple enough, right? Okay. Now, next one. So all the rows where age is less than 15 and sex is female. How to do that? All the rows age is less than 15 and sex is female. How to do that? Okay, I'll give you a hint, like it needs to be done with LOC. Yes, absolutely correct. Good to know that. I am just copy pasting your same own code. Absolutely correct. Kane.loc. uh, just a very small mistake that we are since filtering the rows, so it should be written on the left hand side. Okay, the comma should not be given at the first, so rest is okay. Name, and this is not going to be name less than 15, so I believe it's a typo, typing error, so this is not a mistake. Keen age less than 15, and sex, yeah, it's understandable, definitely it's a typo. Comma and colon. Colon is, even if you put the colon, that's okay. Even if you don't put the colon over there, that's okay, because it's not a compulsory thing. Yes, absolutely correct. Oops, some mistake. Something Kane age less than 15 and Kane sex. Sorry, this is, you forgot to put a bracket over here. Sex. Okay, typing mistake, that is understandable, no problem. So in an interview also, if somebody gives this answer, I'll still will be able to understand that person knows. One bracket mistake, a typing mistake, that's no problem, but good to see that at least, I mean, you can recall, so I'm happy to see that. Okay, uh now what if this one, little more complicated than the previous ones. All the people whose age is either 12 or 14 or 16. This one, I want the people whose age is either 12 or 14 or 16. This one. Okay, try to do it. In the meanwhile, just give me 1 minute. I'll just call Praveen for the code. Yes, you have done it correctly, but the only thing is I'll copy paste your code. Uh, this one's correct, kind of, but the only thing is this is not double ampersand, it's a single one, and this is going to be little laborious. It's going to be little laborious. So I said if it's either 12 or 14 or 16. So how we'll be doing that? Kane dot loc. Okay, and we'll be writing on the left hand side. So we will be writing, I said it's going to be used with or, it's not and. Okay, that's a basic mistake. uh, with and we are saying the person whose age is 12 as well as 14 as well as 16. We couldn't possibly have the one person who is 12 years old as well as 14 years old. Okay, so it has to be or. So it's should be this sign, the pipe sign. Okay, I said it's going to be written within the quotes, brackets. This part is fine, so we can do it. Can, third bracket, age double equals to 12, or it's 14, or it's 16. Okay, so we get it. But then again, this is going to be a little laborious. We are not going to do it in this way. This is not efficient way of doing it. So what we'll be doing it? Yes, absolutely correct with the isin function. So you do not have to use so many or function. So it's going to be now no need to put it into a bracket. Age dot isin within bracket, within third bracket you can write 12 comma 14 comma 16. So this one's going to give you the same result. Absolutely. Ken.loc, uh, no, it's not going to work it out. So I mean your concept is correct, but unfortunately this one Python doesn't allow. If I write or 12 or 14 or 16, it's going to give you an error, or it's not going to give you anything. Okay, your concept is correct, but we need to use the isin over here. Okay, instead of equals to, we need to put the isin. Okay, then it's going to work it out. So in Python it doesn't just work it out like this. Okay, just let me give you your attendance link. This is your attendance link. Okay, and the code is going to be whatever code you had used yesterday. If you remember the code, that's okay, else I will send you the code. Yeah, this is the code. This is going to be the code for the attendance. This is today's attendance. Okay, all right. Now can you tell me, show the rows where the name is either Alfred or Jane or Philip? How to do that? So this is the question. Okay, in this data, I want, if I want to see the record, uh, it's showing day 3. I don't know. I mean, this is the code they have given. This is the code they have given. So you can just fill it up. I mean, this is the code. Yes, absolutely correct. Kn.loc. Absolutely correct. Okay, name. I can directly copy paste it. It's going to work. Absolutely correct. So good to see that you have understood the concepts. All right. Now, but still, do you have any confusion up to this much? Or we can just go ahead with some new things? Any question up to this much? Because it seems that you can just answer this question when you will be getting today's one. So these assignments will be there. So moreover, some more assignments will be there. Okay. Yeah, there is a data set called WWE. So I mean, so this happens to be my favorite topic, wrestling. So you have this data set. Okay, and then you have some assignments again, the same way just the way I have showed you. All right, couple of things you have not done it and which we'll be doing today. So like delete a column, something. Okay, which I'm going to show you. So this is what you will be doing that. All right, now uh just take care about the bracket. It is not third bracket, it is going to be the not first bracket, it's the third bracket. You have to be careful with the bracket. With one bracket, one comma, it might jeopardize your code. Okay, a equals to ken dot head 2, absolutely correct. This one's absolutely correct. The top two rows, name them as a, absolutely correct. Okay, good to see that you can recall these codes. All right, now suppose I have a data set, okay, or maybe a data set Kane, anything. Now what I'm trying to do is I want to delete maybe one of the column. Okay, so how to do that? Maybe I want to delete the column name. I don't want it in my data set. So you write Kane dot drop. This is the function. Okay, dropping a column. Kane dot drop within bracket. So which one I'm going to delete? Maybe name. So write name, and so if I write name in Python, it is also possible. These are what you can, these index numbers. These are actually called row names. Okay, the first row has a name as 0, second row has a name of 1, 2, 3. It is also possible to have a row name which is also maybe name. So Python is going to get confused. So name means what? So are you talking about the row or the columns? Guys, please mute it. If you are not talking, please mute it. Okay. So I've given the option to unmute yourself so that if you want to talk to me, any one of you. Uh, so in order to do that, the above attendance link is showing day 3. Yes, I know. So uh, it is showing day 3, but I don't know. I mean, doesn't matter. I mean, this is the one what has been given to me. Okay, so doesn't matter. You just fill your attendance. So if they have sent this link, I'll inform them it is showing day 3. Doesn't matter. Just fill it up. Now, if I want to just make Python understand, I want to drop the column name, not the row. So I will be writing axis equals to 1. Okay, here 1 means the columns. So if I write axis equals to 1, so Python understands I am referring to columns. So it's going to find the name column. It's going to find the column which has a name called name. Okay, so if I execute it, see now I don't have the column name. It's gone. All right. What if you want to drop maybe more columns? Maybe I also want to drop weight. So the way simply what we do it, name comma weight, but it needs to be given in inverted quotes. And you remember, whenever we have more than one value, what we do, we put them into a third bracket. Okay, this time name and weight both have been deleted, but if you see the cane, nothing has been deleted. Okay, so in order to make it permanent, if you just write cane dot drop, it's deleting but on a temporary basis. If you want to make it permanent, then you have to save it either with the value cane or maybe with some other name. Okay, maybe I'll name it as boogeyman. So boogeyman will be storing the result. Okay, boogeyman will be storing the result. Or Let me create a copy of kn.copy. Yesterday we had done it. So boogeyman has been a copy. So this is one way of dropping it with a permanent change. If I had made it as Kane, so Kane would have been saved. The results would have been sent saved as Kane. Okay, but if I don't want to do that, something equals to. If I don't want to write that, there is another way to do it. Boogeyman dot drop. I'm this time I'm doing it in boogeyman dot drop. Okay, so I'll copy this part. I'll copy this part. So though it is deleting, but it is not a permanent one. Still, it is staying in boogeyman. So in order to make it permanent, so we can also write in place equals to true. If I write in place equals to true, that's going to make it permanent change. So this time if I check boogeyman, this is gone, this is done. Okay, so this is just two ways of doing it. Presently boogeyman has all the columns. So one way of doing it is, you don't write in place equals to true, you write the result as boogeyman equals to boogeyman dot drop name and weight access equals to 1. This is one way of doing it. It's gone. Another way of doing it is, either way you feel like you can do it. You write in place equals to true. That is also making it a permanent change. Clear this one? Are you clear this much? Any question by deleting a column? All of you. If you have not understood anything, just tell me I have not understood. Okay, great. Now, again coming back, what if I want to delete maybe number of columns? Okay, maybe 3, 4, 5, 10 columns I want to delete. Now over there, it's again going to be very irritating if I have to write their names in order to delete them. Right? I don't want to write their names. So all these codes, not this one, is given over there. I'm going to send it to you. Okay, no worries. So this part I am just talking about, this part. So if you want to delete anything by their column index, that is also possible. Let's create a boogeyman of the copy again once again. So this is the boogeyman, and I want to delete maybe a couple of columns based on their index values. So I can write boogeyman dot drop the same way, and then you write boogeyman dot columns. Okay, within third bracket, maybe I want to delete the column name, the first one. Since I have written boogeyman dot columns, now it has enabled me to write the index number. So suppose I write 0, so that means I am referring to the first column, and axis equals to 1. Okay, see, oops, some error. It's boogeyman dot drop. Okay, so spelling mistake, sorry. Yeah, ever since I was a kid, my mother tried to improve my spelling, but it has been proved that she has been failed miserably. So my spelling hasn't improved yet, but nonetheless, yeah. Okay, so the name column has been dropped. So you have both the options. If you don't know their column index, you can use their names. And if you do not, you want to use their names, you want to drop maybe too many columns, you can use their index, whichever you feel like. But if you say that I don't even know their names and I don't even know their column index values, which one to delete now, what to do, then the answer is you cannot able to delete that. Something you should be knowing that. Okay, then you cannot delete anything. Now, if I want to delete more columns, maybe the first column, the third column, the fifth column, maybe something like that. Now over here, just understand with boogeyman.columns, the default bracket is a third bracket. That's the default bracket. Okay. So now if I want to put more numbers, maybe 0, maybe 3, okay, maybe 0 and 3, first and the third column I want to delete, or maybe 3, 0 2 3, this way. So since I'm writing more than one value, again you have to put another third bracket. All right, otherwise it's not going to work. Sometimes this change with the version, no, it's going to give you an error. Okay, so this one, maybe you can say aberration, but you have to be careful about that. Otherwise, in most of the cases, we start with a maybe a first bracket, and within that we put a third bracket. Third bracket to put more values over here. Even if you put one value, it's going to be a third bracket. Okay, so if you want to put more values, then two third brackets should be there. Okay, and nothing can be done in this regard. I mean, this is the default way of doing it. All right. Now the same thing could have been done for deleting rows. Okay, absolutely same thing. So how to do that? Maybe boogeyman dot drop. Now within third bracket, maybe I want to delete the first row and maybe the fourth row, the seventh row, and the ninth row. Okay, so just write them. You don't have to write columns, because if I write column, so that means again I'm referring to columns. I'm not referring to columns, I'm referring to rows. So over here you write axis equals to 0. 0 means the rows. Okay, so it understands. So here we were writing axis equals to 1 means the columns. So here I can write 0. All right, so you can see the 0, 3, 6, 8, these are all deleted. Okay, the rest we have it. This is for deleting your rows. This much clear to you all? Any questions? Any problem up to this much? So if I ask you to delete some rows, some columns, you can do that, right? All right, let's move ahead. So filtering we are done with. Okay. Okay. Only the last part. Since I'm not going to do it today. Just 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So this time what I'm going to show you is, it's called append. How it goes? Okay, first let me tell you what exactly I'm trying to do, or what is append all about. in case some of you do not know, I believe all of you must be knowing that, but just in case if some of you do not know, so let me tell you what I'm trying to do is, suppose you are in a company or maybe in your college, there are different departments, right? Maybe computer science, maybe civil engineering, mechanical. Okay, so maybe I have got your data. Maybe from one department I have got your data, maybe your name, age, and sex. Okay, could have been more data, but I'm just showing you with a very simple data set. A, B, age 1, 2, female, female. Let's assume this is department A, and from department B I have asked them to send the same data. They have sent the data, age, sex, and name. Okay, maybe C, D, male, male, 5, 6. This is another one. Now what I want is, I want to get to see the data in a single data set. Could have been the case that I have more departments. Okay, maybe 10 departments. If they send me the data set, something like this, all have given me the same data, but their column alignments are different. Somebody has written the age first, somebody has written the name first, but they have given me the data. Now, so I'm cursing myself. I should have sent them a single format which they should have used, but now this is the data set they have sent me. I want to collate the data. Okay, I want to collate the data. So how is it possible? If I give it to in Excel sheet, certainly it's going to be a nightmare for you. Just imagine there are 20 data sets with about 100 columns in it each. So I couldn't possibly directly copy paste it over here, right? The data alignments will be all different. Not possible. So I have to just copy it, and under age I have to put it, maybe 6, copy it, under it I need to put it, something like that. But this is going to be quite irritating, isn't it? And just imagine that you have a date with your girlfriend or boyfriend, and you have to go maybe in half an hour time, and maybe your boss in an office or maybe your professor has given you this task. You couldn't leave before you could do that. Then what happens? So you are in a soup, you cannot do anything. So not to worry, if you have Python, this entire thing could have been done maybe in a second time, 1 second. So it's not a problem for Python. Okay, I hope you have understood the problem, right? Problem statement is clear to you all. If somebody has not understood, I'll explain once again. Okay, so let us check how we can do that using Python. Okay, it's pretty simple. Okay, so suppose our data set I have is maybe rock, maybe a small data set. Let's check our small data set, rock. So if I write rock dot head, okay, maybe 2. So what it is doing, I'm just extracting the top 2 rows. Everybody understands this much. And if I write rock dot iloc 5 colon 7, that means I'm referring to fifth and the sixth rows. 7 will not be considered. And on the column part I am writing 201, that means I'm changing the column alignment. The third column should be written first, then the first column, and then the second column. So I'm saving it as B. So this time you see I have two data sets, A and B, which both of them are having the same data sets, name, age, sex, sex, name, age, but they're in a different format. And I need to just concatenate them, collate them together. Okay, so both of them, all of them, they look something like this. So how to do that? It's very simple. Okay, you write pd from pandas dot concat. We are concatenating it. Okay, what are the two data sets we are going to concat? A and B, right? And more than two, you need to write it in brackets, third bracket, A comma B. Okay, and now tell me, when we are concatenating what? The rows or the columns? What is getting increased? The rows or the columns? Can you tell me what is in getting increased? Rows, yes, absolutely, rows. Yes, so we have to write axis equals to 0. I told you 0 means rows, right? Axis equals to 0, and that's it. They are concatenated. These column alignments, automatically Python will align them together. Okay, since I had written A first, that's why it has taken the alignment of A. A was name age 6. If I had written B first and then A, it would have taken the alignment of B. B is sex name age, so it would have been sex name age. All right. So now it doesn't matter how many things we have. It could have been A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever. It doesn't matter how many data sets are there. All of them are going to be concatenated within a second time. But the only thing you have to remember and be careful that the number of columns should be same and their names should be same. If this is name and if this is name of employee, it's not going to work. They should be same. All right, you have to be careful. And just one thing, that if I concat that, one thing is it's getting jeopardized, that is your row number. This is 0156, which is actually taking the row numbers from the original values. I don't want that. I want it to be 0123. Okay, just a normal number. So what I can do is I can write ignore underscore index equals to true. That means I'm saying ignore the previous index, just create the new index for me, don't take the previous index. Now the indexing will be done in a fresh manner. All right, clear. Sorry, a lot of phone calls. All right, this much are you clear with? Any question up to this much? All right, okay. All right, so now one more thing I'm going to show you, that is, suppose let me save this dataset as C. Now imagine I have maybe something like height. Okay, the student's height. Height maybe 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, just some arbitrary heights. Now if I have the height and this one belongs to A, this one belongs to B, C, D. I know that. Okay. So what I want is this height. I want to just copy it and put it as a separate column. If I want to do that in case. So how to do that? Okay. That could have been done again simple with pd.concat. Let me create another one. So I'm creating a data frame with S, and within S I'm creating a new column called new. Okay, I have just 0, 1, 2, 3. So what I want to do is this is S. Okay, this is S, and we have another data frame called C, and this is S. What I want is this new column to be attached over here as a new column. Okay, with the dataset C. So how to do that? pd.concat the same way, C and S. Only difference is going to be axis equals to 1. That means we are concatenating the columns. Okay, now this has come as a new column. Since I have put the S after C, that's why I'm getting it as my right hand side. If I had written S first, I would have gotten it the new column on my left hand side. All right, and just one last thing, that you also have something called append function. In append also we can do the same type of thing. So I can write a dot append within bracket, maybe a because maybe b, because I'm just appending only two values. Okay, it's going to give you the same result like the concat. Okay, I can also use the same function ignore underscore index equals to true. Then the indexing will be as a fresh one. I can use that. What is the difference between append and concat? The difference is with append you can only append the rows, but with concat you can append both rows as well as the columns. So just for your understanding, I'm showing you append function as well. So if somebody says how to do append, you can just answer them yes, so we can do that append. But at the same time I'm telling you, I'm advising you to use the concat, because with concat we can use it for both rows as well as columns. So in case if somebody asks you in an interview, so what is an append function, it's a very good situation to show off your knowledge. If I had been the candidate, I would have told them, of course I know append, but I don't use it because I always use concat. It gives me both the options of concatenating rows as well as columns. So why should I use append? So just by saying that you are trying to show off, yes, I know both. Okay, so in an interview, it is also like a psychological matter. Like you have to make your interviewer understand, yes, I am the guy for you. I am so good in the coding and in data science that if you want to hire the single person, I am the person. But at the same time you couldn't possibly go there and tell them, okay, yeah, I'm the best. Okay, not the way, but this in a subtle way you can just show off your knowledge. Okay, and let me tell you also, not every interviewer will be knowing the difference between concat and append. Not everyone will be knowing that. Okay, so I can tell you, I mean, this type of things. So that's all for today, whatever I wanted to show you. So anyway, it's 6 o'clock. We had about 1 hour time today. Tomorrow we are going to start. Is it possible to start maybe half an hour early, maybe 6:30 tomorrow? Are you okay with 6:30, 6:30 to 9 o'clock? Earlier, we were supposed to have it from 7 o'clock. It's possible, right? Okay, let's have it about half an hour early. Can you send the attendance link once again? Yes, absolutely, I can do that. Just give me a second. This is the one, and the code is going to be the yesterday's code, the same code. So again, I forgot what was the code. Yeah, this one. The code is going to GHI 789. This one. Can you please take the class from 6 to 8 if possible? 6 to 8 tomorrow, it's a little difficult because actually I have another batch to take. That's going to end at 6 o'clock. 6 or 6:05, 6:10. Okay, that's why I just wanted to have it from 6:30 to 9 o'clock. PD not used for append? No. Append function, it is not coming from pandas. Some of the functions are coming from normal base Python, and some of the functions are coming from your uh, the packages. 6:30 to 8:30 is also okay, I understand, but actually I have something, I mean, little more to teach. Okay, so I just require that extra half an hour time. Okay. See, actually, I mean, since I thought I will be taking the classes in the morning, then I mean, understood that you have some other classes. And since in the weekdays, today is the off day for me. Since it are weekdays, uh, since in the weekdays, so it'll difficult for me to just do it before 7 o'clock because I have my meetings to attend over there. That's why. I mean, definitely you can just maybe you just check the videos in the mobile, and this is going to getting recorded. So with the mobile, you can just have the classes. So just please do little bit of it because I don't find any other timing for you. In the morning, you have the classes. Your colleges will be there. So we are left with only with this one timing. So that's why it is. So yes, I mean tomorrow we are supposed to have it between 7 to 9, and just I'm asking half an hour early. So that's why. Okay. So if I have little bit of time, then I can go more slowly and just just building your concepts. So you don't feel the pressure. Yes, I what I'm going to actually I've sent it. So I will just inform the person to send him the RAR file. I already sent it to him to send it to you. So as you said, all of you are comfortable with the RAR file, no problem with that. So it has already been sent. I have sent it yesterday after your classes. All right. So let's meet tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow at about 6:30. Okay. Same place tomorrow. Same link. All right. Thank you so much. All right, let me stop the recording.